How's it going, everyone? Coming off of yesterday's stream, that was epic, especially with that Bahamut fight. Hands down, the best. No, we had the Bahamut fight. We reunited with our brother, and pretty much our stepmom, or I guess our mom, is dead, technically. Only problem is she did it herself, but it's whatever. I don't think Clive would have done it. Joshua definitely wouldn't have done it. But let's get started. So after that Bahamut fight, which we did yesterday, we got the Bahamut summon, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. Unfortunately, I wish we could have a fourth one. But if I'm going to have to take one away, it's definitely going to be Garuda. What is he? He's got 4 stars for just straight up damage. And 2 stars, I guess that's magic, right? What about Phoenix? Huh? No stars? This guy's got 1 star attack. I guess it's... Whoa. Why is... I wonder why some of them have stars and some don't. Oh, it's the move itself, I see. 3 stars and 3 stars. 4 stars and 3. Yeah, that's why that does so much damage. 3 stars and 2 stars, 2 stars and 3. So this is going to do a ton of damage. Comparable to this one, pretty much, which does a ton of damage. And this Flames of Rebirth, 3 and 3. That's why it does a lot of damage as well. Okay, so let's upgrade as much as we can. I mean, based off of this, it looks like we're going to get 2 more summons. I'm going to assume one of them is Odin. But for the... I don't think we've seen the other one. Satellite. Giga Flare. Oh man, we can't even get it. 5 and 2 star? I think we should save up for that. I think that's the plan. I'll get this. Just to have it. It's only 100. But we're gonna save up for this. Only another 500 or so. Let's see what's new. That's something new at pretty much every place. Oh, that's right. We also got a new weapon, I think. Pretty much Bahamut's weapon, so let's go check that out. 3 letters. Quite the mess. Word out of Twinside is that there's a little left of the capital after the Mad Prince Royal's tantrum. But what of you and yours? Did you manage an escape before the city went tits up? I trust you did, but Astolas might be good to set Elle's mind at ease. Cursebreaker's intelligence. Reports from our brothers and sisters afield. Who is this guy? I guess just some dude from the Cursebreakers. Brothers and sisters afield are all the same. These accursed skies cast not only a pall over the land, but over the hearts of our people. Hearts already heavy from the fall of the Dominion and the destruction of the storm's final mother crystal. For now, the realm endures, but with each new flood do our few remaining children descend further into madness. The situation is as dire as is ever dire. Fresh wings shall find you on the new moon's turning. Until then, our watch continues. And the last one. From Eloise. I guess she also sent us one. Greetings from the Crimson Caravan. I trust you and your party gain the Dominion without further event. Should your travels ever bring you back to the markets and put you in need of additional assistance, you'll find the Crimson Caravans more than happy to oblige. We might even offer a discount on our usual rates. You'd have to offer a major discount for what she's charging. Alright, before we go and, continue with the main quest, let's go and check all these places. I guess let's start with the blacksmith. Since this one's pretty much just going to be new weapons.
What's Sancfordian, dear?
Grindstone and light shard. That's not it, is it? Levin bolt. It's not that much stronger than Excalibur. 268 and 268. Bright burn. Lingered, there's no warmth nor smoke, but in his light did burn both flesh and bone. Economy, Book of Days, 218. I think that's
last you a good while.
I think that's the one of the items we got from Bahamut.
That it? Fine. So what do I owe the honor?
Ask about the skies.
Praying about the skies.
Written about the skies won't help me get my work done, so I'm going to keep to my forge and leave saving the world to those better suited to the task. Unless that is, they fancy giving me a hand shooing the birds.
So, will it be?
Can I reinforce it? I don't think you can reinforce that stuff, actually.
Anything else?
No, we're good. Let's see, new items, maybe? All these boots made it out alive.
Still alive, are ya?
Let's ask her about the skies. I hope you're not expecting me to explain these skies. If I had hazarded a guess, I'd say we're the end of the world.
The whole realm's in chaos.
The whole realm's in chaos. I've had orders canceled on me left and right. And that's from the few associates I haven't lost contact with.
As the old saying goes.
There's opportunity in adversity. The market for sharp steel more bullish than ever. I'll find a way to keep this place fed and watered, don't you worry. I won't let our little family go hungry, whatever the weather.
If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
I wish they would tell you what's new. Or do they? Maybe they do. Oh, I think that was a new item. Is it the easiest elixir to produce? Procure? No. But it's the last one you'll ever need. Upon KO, automatically restore all HP, fills the limit gauge, and increase attack power by 10%. And defense by 30 for 60 seconds. Sounds pretty good. Yo, Cat, welcome to the stream. How you been?
It'd better all be here.
I think we'll hold off on that.
Finished, are ya?
No, it's probably good to keep one on you at all times.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Okay. Just getting rid of all these little yellow dots. Are you doing good? That's good to hear. And there was we had such an epic fight at the end, like towards the end of yesterday's stream. Hands down, probably one of my favorite fights in the game so far. Pretty much the fight with Bahamut. Which I knew we were gonna fight Bahamut the moment we saw him. That was like hours ago.
I was wondering when next you'd visit.
Ask him about
With
the skies.
skies.
With the darkening skies, fears has once again taken a hold of our hearts, and though I have not the power to dispel the gloom above, I should like to believe my tales help to lighten it below.
But be that as it may,
Be that as it may, turning our eyes from the problems which we face will not help us solve them. A mere tale cannot lighten the burden of those who must bear the weight of the world.
fare thee well, my friend.
Still got other stuff to tell us, I
Knowledge
guess.
hoarded is knowledge.
Oh, looks like I actually have stuff to tell him. The more you know.
This, I believe you will find most interesting.
Been playing a lot of Fortnite recently. I've actually never played
What
Fortnite.
subject shall we consider today?
As surprising as that might be. I was never one for like shooters. I just always got bored. I would play them in the past, probably like PS3 days, but I'd always buy them and then play them for a little bit and then get bored, so I just kind of stopped buying them. I mean, Fortnite is free, but I know I'm gonna get bored eventually, so why even bother starting?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw.
And I think they added like a no crafting kind of mode, but I think before that it was just like always there was no crafting mode. And I was just like, I don't want to do that.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
You've been playing a lot because they brought all the old stuff back? Oh, cool. It's just like a 1 month thing for November?
Come to claim your just desserts?
High Cleric's Medallion. Let's see, a light from the heavens. The goddess Grieger teaches us to walk with the wretched. Is an act of greater good. If we are to accept this truth, then one could not rightly call he who follows his path an outlaw.
All yours.
Hmm.
All done?
I wonder what that item is. And I haven't changed my gear in so long. Increases healing potency by high potions. Wonder if we have anything for Bahamut. Probably not, since we just got him. Let's just leave it as is for now. Nobody liked the crafting, so they took it out. I'm sure some people like the crafting. But it's nice that... I don't know if they took it out,
Wasn't
right?
expecting you back so soon.
Or maybe for the old content. I think the crafting stuff is still there. It's just a different mode, right?
It's not true.
It's not true, is it, Clive? The world can't be ending, can it? We were struggling before the skies went dark, but now? Can't imagine how we'll bear it all.
We've lost so much already.
When will it be enough? It will end, won't it, Clive?
May the goddess go with you.
Okay, nothing new from him. Oh, we got 2 new things. I guess we got a new hunt. Ask about Nectar's adventures. What's this? Did I ever tell you about the time I toured the Northern Territories?
I trust you wrapped up warm.
I did no such thing, Koopa. We Moogles don't feel the cold, thanks to our exceptionally fluffy fur. You humans are the only animals up there who feel the need to dress up in the furs of those fluffier than yourselves, Koopa. In fact, that's precisely why I ended up cutting my tour short, Koopa. My kindly greeting... Dude, that's so fast. And I make a much better hero than I do a hat, Koopa. Dude, that dialogue is so fast. I always wonder who tests that stuff. Like, they got some speed reader. Do they test it at all? Or do they just got some dude testing it who just reads super fast? Or maybe he's not reading out loud. He's reading it in his head, which might be a little quicker. The 10 of Clubs. Magath Brothers? Is that like a reference to the Magath sisters? Ruined, Reawakened, another S-Class. This one still seems crazy, the Breaker of Worlds. At some point we'll do these. Oh, you don't think so? Because the crafting wasn't even in the last season. Oh. I guess I don't really know. I don't play the game, like I said, but I do hear stuff from time to time. So I didn't know that they took it out.
What is it that you wish to learn? I have the details here.
Whoever made
Study it
these
well,
did a
Clive.
pretty good job. I'm just not interested
The state of the
in that.
realm
Since
is ever changing.
it's nice if I ever want to go back and look at it, but I just went through it. You have the Platinum Trophy on both Spider-Man 1 and 2. And I honestly enjoyed my time more with Spider-Man 1. I'd imagine it's because Spider-Man... I mean, I didn't play either games. You know, superhero stuff is... It's really not for me. I haven't even watched, like... I haven't watched, like, any of the MCU movies. I just started recently, though. Because I feel like I should watch them. I think I got up to... What I watched... Yeah, I think I just finished Iron Man 2, and I'm just like, you know, just... I don't know, I just don't like them. But I imagine Spider-Man 2 is just more of Spider-Man 1, so... Nothing really new to be excited about.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just the messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
MCU movies and series are extremely mid from 2020 to 2023, with the exception of Spider-Man No Way Home and Guardians 3. Well, I'm still back in, I don't know. I mean, Iron Man 2 is what, like the third movie or something? Fourth movie? So. Maybe it's just not for me. I mean, they're okay movies, but... Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that's recent. Like 2020, 2023. No. The Iron Man movies are pretty mid, to be honest. Yeah, I'll keep pushing. Maybe I'll find some good ones. Or at least ones that I enjoy.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
Wonder where that guy is.
Sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
A lot of people overrate Iron Man 1. I wouldn't know. I don't really spend a lot of time online looking at other people's opinions.
Darkened skies,
No social media for
fear
me.
and confusion
Much
reign
happier.
over Valisthea.
Unless you count YouTube.
Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dhalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
I mean, to be frank, we did most of that damage.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Oh, that's right. That city that just blew up, by Bahamut. Weren't they about to go into war? Can you imagine being the other kingdom preparing to attack that place and just seeing it destroy itself?
Is a storm coming soon?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Some of that stuff is, that end dialogue that just happened there. I don't know what it is. I just kind of noticed it right now, but a lot of people in this game have this incessant need to apologize for things that are not their fault. A lot. And then Clive has to reassure them. It's just like, dude, not like you destroyed the pages. Sorry I don't have pages that are 10,000 years or whatever, It's crazy. Have I checked out Lord of... Man, Facebook's got this weird little... Or not Facebook, what am I saying? Oh, Lord of... You mean Lies of P? I was super confused for a second. No, I haven't checked out Lies of P yet.
We have a problem. Only one. That would be a first. It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls while you were at the show.
I thought you were trying to say Lords of the Fallen or something.
Monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains, Then fucking pause. The Cursebreakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
No, yeah, I haven't checked it out because I don't want to start any new games. I have too many games started at once.
Clive.
Ask about recent
I don't mean
events.
to be gloomy.
But the whole world's gone to shit. Reports used to be about troop movements and chances to set bearers free. Now it's all Aether floods, Akashi attacks, and plague of bloody bandits. Cursebreakers and all our other allies are doing what they can to keep their heads above water,
They
but
need all the help they can get.
they're counting on you, Clive. We all are. Yeah, Lords of the Fallen looks pretty decent. Might try it at some point.
You watch yourself out there, all right?
Liza P is just Bloodborne, but with more parrying. More parrying than Bloodborne? That's all Bloodborne. Well,
What are you doing?
I wouldn't say it's all Bloodborne was, but there was a lot of parrying in
Anything
Bloodborne.
catch your eye?
I mean, your offhand weapon was only for parrying. Wait, I have the Flames of War down the rabbit hole. Why we fight.
Think you can help?
Do I have 3? Oh, there's... Oh, I see. It's a main quest that's split in 3. Another one of these. Okay, let's have a quick chat with her before we leave.
Back again?
Ask about the skies. It is not merely the men and women of Valistia who have been affected by the imbalance in the Aether. The blackened skies have cast a pall over all the creatures of the realm.
And how could it not?
They are living beings just as we are. Alas, their instinct drives them to flee from that which cannot be escaped, ushering them only to madness and
But
death.
are we any better?
We consider ourselves above such base instincts, and yet the fear and bewilderment drive us to make war on our fellow man, to turn our ire at our own suffering upon those who suffer just as keenly as we do. If that is what it means to be human, Clive, I wonder if we're even worth saving at all. Damn.
I cannot claim.
I cannot claim to not have been shocked to learn of Twinsight's destruction. Indeed, I have long known that such a fate was all but guaranteed. A piece of parchment was all that ever stood between the Dominion and chaos, and those who signed the treaty were only going to abide by it for as long as it suited them. Emperor Silvestri's invasion saw it torn to shreds at last, and as the pieces shattered to the winds, long festering enmities came to the fore once more.
Such are the wages.
Such are the wages of greed and distrust. And those in power, if those in power pay heed to their whispers, they are like to grow into a mighty storm, one which the walls of even the stoutest citadel might not withstand.
Ironic, then.
Ironic, then, that it should be Prince Dion, the boldest, most trustworthy player in this ignoble game, who should deal the finishing blow.
Should I learn Autel?
Oh, I don't think I actually checked what I needed to check.
What will it be today? How may I help you today? The
Oh,
state
yeah.
of the realm
I heard.
is ever changing.
I think you mentioned it was on Game Pass yesterday. All right, so let's, I guess, pick a spot. You've been super dedicated to the. You've been dedicated to main the worst character in Super Smash Brothers. I don't play Super Smash Brothers, but let me see, who would be the worst character? That's hard. I mean, I don't have a I don't know all of them off the top of my head. Let's start with this one. I would imagine ice climbers are not that bad. Game & Watch? No, he's not bad, right? Oh, damn. Who else seems bad? No, I'm talking, get an opinion from someone who doesn't even play. I don't know. Peach?
Your new companion
Daisy?
appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
I don't even know if I can think of anybody else.
You haven't been introduced.
Jill. Clive has told me much about
Who is it,
you.
Cat?
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me?
Peach and Daisy are considered some of the best. Of course, I'd
As if by magic.
I'd be that
Let's
unlucky.
just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem.
Ganondorf
At
is the
this
worst,
rate,
really?
It won't be the actions of the
Is it 'cause he's
bandits which
slow?
prove to be our undoing. It will be our own.
Or just a bad
I
moveset.
tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Down the rabbit hole.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Okay, so let's see what these guys want. I kind of want to see what this guy has to say.
Poor bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still, better a branded than one of us.
Damn, dude. No sympathy. So let's see. Ganondorf is the worst. All his attacks are super slow and his recovery super bad. With a bad neutral, all he has is good damage and being able to survive for a while. Is that why you play him?
wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood. It's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandit's ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
I agree with
What
her.
happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
Not a bad point.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
What? I didn't even look at my weapon.
Victor.
Forgot to look at it.
What's he
That
doing
looks
here?
better than Excalibur, I suppose, but still not super cool. You just want to be really good with the worst character. That way nobody could say you kind of cheesed it with a good character.
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costner's. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Your old main used to be Kazuya. He's also considered one of the best. I never really got into Tekken. The fighting was always so
we had enough
stiff
fighting
for me.
I know I bloody well have.
But I suppose it kind of did seem more realistic. I liked the game, but I guess I was just bad. But I guess I'm bad at all these, fighting games.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
You don't really like Tekken, you just play him in Smash. Doesn't he? At least from the trailers that I saw. Doesn't he kind of play like you would in Tekken? Obviously with some minor changes. Can't be one to one.
Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 200 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalimil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
Well, that was easy.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
He feels way more fluid to playing Smash than he does in Tekken. Yeah, I would assume so. It's kind of, I still think it's kind of wild how they were able to kind of like fit like, multiple characters' play styles into Smash.
If I had my pickaxe, I would.
I didn't realize how impressive it was until they brought Steve in from Minecraft.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
I guess she's not as stupid as him.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
Sounds like an insult.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Steve is so good. I would expect so.
Convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
Can't that dude like make platforms pretty much?
Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Seems like he can make more of the level.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Sounds pretty OP to me.
I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask.
You want us to kill them?
The bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
He's considered the best in the game. He's one of 2 characters that can get out of true combos. Yep, he's OP, just like I thought. That's
The
it.
women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
Let's see if they survive this. Well, they do have quite a bit of HP.
He's all yours.
Stay down.
There goes one. We should try Bahamut.
They mean to overwhelm us.
Oh, this thing just keeps going forever. When does it stop? Couldn't believe that. Oh, was I supposed to? I might have had to charge that. Yeah, we might have screwed that up a little bit, but it's alright. We'll figure it out better. So far, so good. Okay, let's see if this is how it works. Oh, he knocked me. Whoa. I don't think I've ever been knocked to the ground like that. What am I doing? How do I cast Mega Flare? Oh. Oh, we're taking a lot of damage here. Trying to figure out how the hell this works. Okay, thanks for screwing that up. Whoa, why are we taking so much damage?
This one.
Who knocked me from like full health?
No good. I needed that.
What's that? It's that poison move he does, or what? That whatever the hell that is. The salt. Yeah, this guy's dangerous. You gotta be careful. Wasted all my potions on that guy.
Help me, boy.
Hey, come on, heal me, man. I know you could still heal me. I should have known better than to try to learn new moves with possibly dangerous enemies. Kinda crazy that I still take damage while I'm doing this.
There's a good boy.
That was terrible. But we didn't game over, so whatever. Just cost us some money
Could they have held out?
for the potions.
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Are they still here fighting about it? Did they finish?
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Oh, I guess they won.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalamil.
We all saved Dalamil.
Well, that's good.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details?
It-
We are united, and that is all that matters.
I mean, it was
As for you,
technically
Sid,
the bandits while they were
you
fighting to begin
fight
with, so.
considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Okay. You know, this is probably going to be one of the longest, well, maybe not. I was going to say it might be one of the longest main quests. Oh, we got 500 ability points. But it probably isn't. But it's the first one that I think it's the first one that's 3 parts. Giga Flare. There it is. Now, which ability do we want to swap out for it? See, summon multiple spears of light that upon striking an enemy deal a continuous damage, binding it to the spot. These are pretty much opposites in terms of damage. Breathe forth a plume of light, aspected flame that deals continuous damage. Begin casting Mega Flare, press circle to execute. The length of the casting determines the potency of the spell. I wonder if we can speed this up in any way. That takes forever. That's quite a bit of damage, though. 4-star. You know, this one doesn't seem that great. I mean, it probably is, but this one leaves us too vulnerable. Satellite. I'm going to put Giga Flare here, because that's usually where I put the big hitters. Oh, that's right. I could put other icon stuff. I think once I've mastered them, yeah. I think we're just gonna go with the breath. We haven't mastered anything else.
Where did you learn to swing a sword like that?
In a desert full of ne'er-do-wells, a woman has to learn to look after.
Okay, so we're done with that. On to the next place. You've played Mario Wonder, and it's pretty good. I just bought it, actually. I'm waiting for, or I just ordered it, I guess. I should get it tomorrow. Whoa, what happened to this dude's arm?
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Alright, let's go see what we can do here. Hopefully it's not as complicated as the other place. Oh, I should have passed by the shop.
It's good to see you.
And you, Clive.
Running low on potions.
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
The Flames of War.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
Didn't she say hundreds? That seems like a little too much even for us to take down.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Not here.
I wonder why that Mega Flare thing just keeps chills. Just always there now. Yeah, I'd rather not have that just constantly there. Takes up screen real estate for no reason.
Clive, wounded.
Oh, it's just monsters.
We deal with the Akashic first.
I thought they were going to be people. Well, that Mega Flare thing probably only pops up when we're on Bahamut. Okay, that took quite a bit of them out. Yeah, this is good damage, I suppose, but it's kind of slow damage. But it does stun weaker enemies. But, you know, it does leave us open to enemies that don't get stunned, like that last fight. You know what? I wonder what kind of magic we have. Just pretty much non-aspect fire. Charge is pretty powerful. Oh, I was hoping to use my Giga Flare. I was expecting a much tougher enemy to pop out, but I guess he didn't.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Well, that last mob of enemies wasn't that difficult. I don't see why we gotta worry about it. Definitely not as tough as, you know, those soldiers. Or I guess those bandits. From the last. Oh, yeah. Good thing. I forgot about the shop. Good thing I ran into this dude.
There you go. Much obliged.
I mean, we probably would have been fine. It's not like we didn't have enough potions. Considering how easy the first fight was. Now, where are these guys? Just right here? Don't see any monsters. They're not moving. That guy doesn't look too good.
I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them, but we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Oh, that guy looks like he can use a Giga Flare.
Damn it!
Imagine being killed by a turtle.
To safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try.
You're on the 4th world so far in Mario Wonder.
Are you with us, Sir Wade?
I don't know why I've waited so long to buy that game. It looks so good. Usually I'm like super on top of it. Like when it comes to like Final Fantasy games and Zelda games. Oh, that's not the right button. Yeah, like Tears of the Kingdom and you know this game and Mario games. I'm usually on top of that stuff, but I don't know what's going on. That's why I want to get back. That's why I want to beat this game and I want to beat Tears of the Kingdom. That does quite a bit of damage. It just takes forever to...
Well done, Torgal.
There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Ooh, I can control it. Also slows down time. Oh, this guy's hard to... He's got a tough shell for real. Just gotta hit him in the face, I suppose. Wonder if I have Giga Flare back. Probably not. Nice to have it before I break him. Yeah, let's just break him. Oh, that might not have been the best choice, but whatever. Can't do anything else. I guess I can cancel this. That was pathetic stagger damage. I guess this turtle's no joke. Can't do nothing but hitting him in the head. Okay, let's do this. Why not? Just melts other monsters. Wonder how long we can keep this going. Hopefully they don't kill him, but let's see if we can max this out. What is the max? We almost got hit by that. Oh, it's just 2, I guess. It's not doing that much damage. Oops. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's probably because of his shell. Looks like it's doing about... Ooh, damn.
It's over.
Nice little parry there. Yeah, but it looks like that does about 500 per blast. Although he had that shell, so most of it was just hitting him for 50. That guy's got some uber defense.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger.
Well, you guys are the guardians of the flames.
Worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Looks like they have the easy job, technically. make for Rhiannon's Ride. All these complicated names in this game. So let's finish the job. Alright, looks like the best way to go is up the lift. Doesn't seem too far from here.
Mad dogs.
Might as well pass by the shop again. Stock up on those VU potions that we didn't buy. Or that we consumed. I guess just the one potion. And now let's go finish the job. And then we still have a third
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
third place to deal with after this.
Just patch me up as quick as you...
Ready, girl? Faster!
You know, if we do end up getting Odin, I wonder if Odin's going to be like... I forget which game it was, where Odin is not really a... I think it's, what, Final Fantasy VIII? Where he's not really a summon.
For the rest.
Oh, hold on.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
A little bit of fun here. Okay, that didn't work out as best as I thought. This would have been a better choice. Collateral flames times 10. Oh, these corrupted chocobos. And looking very good. Are these just monsters that have just been exposed to too much aether? That's what it seems like. They're also disappearing like them too. That was a strange cut.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Okay, looks like we need him for something.
Bahamut!
Come on, Bahamut. Let's actually do this. Let them deal with it for now. There we go. Get that going. Just, no, I don't know if that's really worth it. It's doing so much damage. Oh my god. I don't know if it's worth waiting that long to do that little bit of damage. Kind of disappointed with Mega Flare. At least Giga Flare is a lot better.
Not good.
Ooh. Almost died there. Jeez. Wait. Who knows Quake? Oh man, you know, I'm kind of disappointed with Bahamut, to be honest. At least with the moves that we have. It's really putting me in some bad spots, especially with that move. And Giga Flare, you would think Giga Flare would be like super OP, but it's not. Like that, by far, that is like the best like single target damage we have. And Flames of Rebirth is our best AoE. I mean, the Phoenix we've had since pretty much the beginning of the game. And it's like got the best AoE possible. And we got Odin, what was it, like the third one we got?
Farewell.
So we did get that pretty early.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Guardian's Scarf. Displayed in Clive's chambers. Oh, cool. We got another thing to put in our room, I guess, which does nothing to us, but just look cool, I suppose. A symbol of trust, loyalty, and undying friendship. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the duchy cannot die. Wait. Is that like all the yellow items that we get? They just all go in our room? I don't see that colored item that often, if ever. Can't remember the last time I saw one.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rosfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
So what does that mean? The party makeup has changed. Is he following me now? Wonder if he's just going to be in the hideaway.
I will not let you down, Lord Rosfield. You or my uncle.
Yeah. Did I waste items? I don't remember if I wasted an item. Let's just take a quick look here since the shop is here before we dip out.
Right.
Yeah, we used the high potion.
Thanks very much.
All right, let's go and finish this quest. And off to the final one, Northreach.
First, we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts from the first time.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of
This is where the no, this is not where the brothel was it? Oh yeah, I think it is. Yep, this is the brothel. This place doesn't look too bad.
I can't do it.
It's such a nice place. Like if you like lived in this village or castle, whatever, this is by far the best house on the lot. Got a nice little. Oh, it's not running water. It's just kind of a lake, and that would be kind of a nuisance, but still looks pretty nice. That's not her.
Lord, milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Why we fight? Wonder what we're gonna have to do for this one. This one might be the toughest of all three. If we're facing pretty much enemies under Ultima's thrall.
4 left for more on the captain's orders.
I mean, the second one was by far the easiest so far. There was that one tough enemy, but you know, not really that tough.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors...
Little tension here between them.
Think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
I can't entirely blame the men of the garrison for losing heart. And they have provided a place for the injured. I can't entirely blame the men of the garrison for losing heart.
I mean, how many people need to die?
My family! That's...
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
That village was not very well defended. And it's kind of just out in the open out there. Chances are it's not going to be a pretty sight. So it's like
Did you
a
see
kid.
the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Yeah, this town's not going to be in the best shape if it's still there. But where's the exit? Wasn't it around here? Oh, is that the only exit to this place? Oh no, it looks like there's another one, but kind of out of the way, so let's just go to this one.
Let's go.
Let's see what's going on with this, but you would think that some of them, you know, you would send out a party over there, not to defend this place, but it's not even that far. You could just send some soldiers there to make everybody come to, you know, pretty much the fortress. Or maybe not a fortress, but it's better defended. Or go into that, or maybe they're not allowed to go into this kingdom. But staying at the village of Moor, definitely not a good idea. Although I do remember that kid and his father. I remember doing a side quest here. There's a kid and a father, and they were like, oh, were they killing bears, I think? For sport? It was
Clive,
wild.
Look.
I see them. With me.
Give me!
Should take some of them out. They don't have that much HP. That's around one, I think.
Should I prime?
Save your strength.
Should I prime? Damn, they're not that tough. Go with the Giga Flare. It's a little wild to direct, but we can do it.
You lose.
I was hoping to kill all of them. Oh, come on, really? Almost killed him. Who's casting Protect? Is it this thing here? Probably. What else could it... There's another one here. Can't cast Protect on himself. Fatal flaw right there. Oh, the Lich. The tough one. He's come out to fight. I'm telling you, man, it's hard to dodge enemy attacks when this limit break is going off. Can't barely see what's going on. Oh, nice, nice. I was worried we're gonna run out of the stagger gauge, but it does slow down time. Forgot about that. Oh man, that was a close one. Still might be pretty close. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Dude just teleported. Right at the perfect time. Lucky him. That should break him, and he's not going to survive that. Although I do have no abilities. Just in time.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
I'm not even gonna check on the village. Damn. Or maybe they moved everybody out. No, that guy went to go see his family at Moore. There's still got to be people there. Yeah, these guys definitely would have died if they
You
went.
have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
All right. And that's the third part of this quest, which should be the end of it. I wonder what's
Seem to have
next.
things under control. For now, at least.
Back to the
Let's go.
hideaway. Also doesn't look like there's any side quests, but if there are going to be any side quests, we're going to get them at the hideaway. That's for sure.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Let's take a quick look. Looks like we got a new letter, and we know what that's all about. Let's go check the letter, I suppose. Kind of curious to what it is. So I guess we can go see what that scarf looks like on our wall. Oh, and I think we do have to buy a potion, so let's do that. Oh, it sucks to forget when you're not stocked. Oh, no, I guess we didn't need it anyways.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Wait a minute. Is that our squire? Oh, we'll look at that later. Yep, got the little scarf here. With this tippet dyed red for the flames of the Firebird and the blood of the fallen Rosarian brothers, does Sir Wade pledge not only his loyalty, but the loyalty of the Guardians of the Flame. I didn't know it had unique dialogue for everything. Created the day Clive pledged his allegiance to Cid, this crystal shard transfixed with twin daggers is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. Miraculously undamaged in the attack on the old hideaway, Otto held onto the featureless clay cup to remind him of his lost friend before giving it to Clive, knowing that Cid would have wanted the proud bearer of his legacy to have it. Martell's apples. I love how we just have apples here. They don't rot. They've been here forever. A somewhat stunted, somewhat sweet apple grown from the blighted earth, thanks to the dedication and perseverance of one woman, Martell. Though she was to lose her life from the wound she sustained in Kupka's attack on the hideaway, her legacy lives on in the saplings she saved from the ruins. Ambrosia's Tact. A saddle and blinders crafted especially for Clive's childhood chocobo, Ambrosia. Even after being separated from her master, the noble steed served the people of Rosaria in his stead, protecting the defenseless from the merciless, just as a good shield should. Alright, now let's go see what this letter's from. I wonder if it's going to be from all three people. Well, there's more than three. Let's start with the old ones. Well, that's him. That's the first one. Down the rabbit hole. Dramatis Personae. The Guard and League have put aside their differences for the time being, allowing us all leave to sip our snake spit in relative leisure. For that I would hazard we have your better half to thank. She put on quite a performance. As for yours, well, and this guy just will not stop insulting us. As for yours, well, from one aspiring thespian to another, might I suggest working on your delivery and your projection and those stiff limbs of yours and your countenance and, well, everything else. We wouldn't want to do the name of Underhill a disservice now, would we? All the shade, the flames of war. How fares the rest? The Guardians are getting along with the axes fine enough, working to shore up the rest walls, but not clearing out what few threats remain down in the reeds. Though chances are we'd still be neck deep in Akshik. I know they just said it and I already forgot how to pronounce it. Do not give in that horde your firm but gentle nudge. I know you've a realm to save and all, but if you're ever in need of a quick reviver, come see us and we'll trap you a cask. Flames burn bright. It's a long one from Wade. You have an uncanny talent of showing up when you're most needed, my lord. Without your steel, I feel the rest would be in the hands of the Akash and us, but more of their nameless numbers. However, with the horde now both thinned and fractured, we Guardians can focus our efforts on putting down the smaller packs without the worry of being overwhelmed. While Martha's blood axes can return to defending Thor. As for young Oscar, you will forgive my sudden request for taking him under your wing. He is a good man, attentive, polite, hardworking. As you can see, he already has learned everything he can from me. He would do well to continue aspiring under a more worthy shield, and the realm has none more worthy than you. And now the last one. Isabel. Clive, you have the town's thanks for helping rid us of the thralls. We are neither of us so naive to think you have seen the end of their lights. Good Philip has taken to seeing that we are prepared should the ghouls come once again calling. But I oft worry the ranks of captain has begun to weigh heavily on his shoulders, just as I imagine the same might be said of you and your burdens. But remember, should the weight ever become too much, you needn't stand alone. Our hearts and arms ever open, as do the Vale's doors. Isabel. Oh, no problem, Kat. I'm assuming you mean Rainbow Six. How'd the match go? I think that's it in terms of new things for us to check out.
Oh, the moon.
Let's go see what Otto has to say. 4-1, nice. Seemed like a long match, too.
When you turn up, hellos from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for Mother Crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, We knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
Oh, well, still wonder where the prince is. Did we bring him here? Damn, ranked matches, 25 to 30 minutes? That's a long time. Especially if you end up losing in the end. Oh, there's the prince right there.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special.
Yeah, I
Your
thought that was
abilities
pretty
begin with
obvious.
The flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
Wait, if he's still trapped in there,
What were you thinking?
why do we still see him all over the place?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
I mean, technically, if Ultima took over Clive, it wouldn't just be the end of Clive. Might be the end of the world for real.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The City Guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
Let's just pretend you weren't coughing blood 2 seconds ago.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
We haven't had 3 people in our party in quite a long time. Oh man, look at all this side quests. All this new stuff that just popped up all of a sudden. It'll take a while to do all that stuff. Let's just save it really quick. Oh, it looks like we can't even... Yeah, we might not even be able to do some of those things, to be honest. We're not allowed to teleport anywhere else. Can we actually see our party makeup? Well, I guess we can in the save. Yep, we got the 4 people there. Or 3 people and a dog. Alright, but I think with that I am going to call it a night. We're going to do a little shorter stream today. I have to get up kind of early tomorrow to do some stuff, so I don't want to stay up as late as I usually do. But thanks everybody for coming. We should be on tomorrow to continue on with this story. It seems like we are getting close to the end. We broke all the mother crystals, and Ultima's done some weird shit, so... Will I stream Mario Wonder? Yeah, I figure, like... I should, yeah. Yeah, it should be a pretty short game. So it shouldn't be that much of a, I don't want to say headache. It won't devote, I won't have to devote a lot of time to it. Like all the RPGs that I start, it just take forever to finish. Bad to have multiple Let's Plays going on of RPGs. Which I knew from the beginning of doing this. Like when I first started streaming, I'm like, when I do these, I better not do more than one RPG at a time. And let's see, we got Final Fantasy X-2, Dragon Quest, Octopath Traveler. This game. If you want to count Tears of the Kingdom, it's crazy. Probably forgetting something else too. Oh, Breath of the Wild. Forgot about that. Final Fantasy 12. I'm sure, yeah. That game, it looks so cool. I heard they spent a lot more money on Mario's like animations. So, it just looks so much better. Also, I think it's the first game that has new voice actors. I wonder if that's what I'm kind of worried about. The game looks good, but if any of the voice actors are too different, it's really going to throw me off. Not that they're Not that they got dialogue in that game, right? Probably something I'll get used to really quick if it's not that far off. But thanks for coming to the stream, everybody, and have a good night. I will see you tomorrow.